my first reactions to this, that when we were talking about it last week, my assumption was when the next administration comes in, it's just going to change again. They can change on the administrative level what they want the standards to be when the new administration comes in, whether that's a Democrat or Republican. It is now written into law that the fee for whatever that is $0.
Whoa.
In law, that it can't be changed from $0. They would have to get changed in law again, like many of us.
So it's not something they could do with just an executive order.
Yeah, wait, if they could lower the fee, why couldn't they just raise it again?
They would need to have a majority in the House, the Senate, and to have the presidency, which it only happens pretty rarely.
Was this in the big beautiful bill?
Yes, It was. I thought this was going to be changeable immediately and that nobody could rely on this.
Right.
But it turns out that, you could change. You could say it needs to be whatever, which, did you know by 2035, they had in the CAFE standards that the average fuel economy for any car brand sold in the US had to be over 50 miles to the gallon average by 2035.
Yeah, it's even worse in the EU. By 2035, they were wanting to not sell any more internal combustion vehicles by 2035.
Yeah, I don't see how that's possible.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Do you know how much they were getting fined though? I was reading into the documentation.
Dodge?
No, just anyone who didn't meet the standard. So anyone who didn't meet the requirements was charged $17 per car. And you're thinking, that seems like a lot, but it's per car per 1/10 of an MPG.
Oh,
that they didn't meet the standard. So if you sold 100,000 cars, all missed the standard by 1 MPG, you'd be paying $17 million in fees, which means no profit on that vehicle by missing 1 MPG off.
Oh, 1 MPG off, not 0.1.
Yeah, one whole MPG off, $17 per car. So times 10, times however many cars they sold. So $17 million. So
now things like a Hellcat that wasn't off by 1 MPG, but by like 12.
Yeah, you can see why over the course of 8 years, they went for a Hellcat from $49,900, which was the original launch price,
crazy.
From $49,900 up to like 70 something thousand.
And they were going for over 100,000.
Yeah, for their like the red eyes and all that. Yeah. And why someone who is not familiar with the American market and Dodge as a brand would go like, we got to cut this out right now.
Hemi's not getting any more fuel efficient.
Right.
They just keep making it make more power.
Right.
They're just offsetting the fees by just selling more of them.
I think is probably like the biggest thing. You know how Elon was really against the bill?
Mm.
And everyone said he doesn't want to lose his EV tax credit.
He gets more money from the credits that he supplies.
Exactly. So there's a carbon credits, but basically
this is my whole point. They should have just kept the Charger a Hemi.
But did you know that they can buy them from other companies that are doing better than average? They're not buying them from the government.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know.
That I didn't know. Who is the biggest seller of carbon credits?
Tesla. I forget. I'm going to misquote it. It was a surprising amount. I want to say like something like a quarter of their profit or something was just carbon credits.
So the fact that the carbon credits now, they're still valuable for a little while because any vehicle that didn't, that was basically they received a letter saying your car doesn't pass and you're going to get fined. That still applies. No more of those letters are going out. So for now, those carbon credits are still going to be purchased for the vehicles that were made under that level of inspection. Pretty quickly, those carbon credits are going to be completely worthless. I think this is a big open opportunity for performance cars. And I think that's probably the big reason why the Durangos are now all V8s.